friends. Good morning. It is Monday morning. It is 8:18 and I'm sipping on some coffee, and I'm sipping on it in a very quiet house. Daisy, somehow I birthed a child and now she's old enough to go to camp. So she's off to camp. I'll throw in a picture. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, definitely go over there. I'm always on my stories. I feel like I don't post pictures that often, but I'm always on my stories. But I posted a picture of her with her backpack on and her lunchbox, and it's just like, ugh, so bittersweet. It's all the cliches, right? Just like, they grow up so fast, the time flies, but it's all true. So anyways, Cernan is taking her to camp all week and I'm picking her up, which is really nice. The camp is not that close to us and we're going like in the direction of traffic, so it takes a good bit to get there, and the only way I was gonna be able to, not be able, but the only way I really wanted to put her in camp was if Cernan could at least do pick up or drop off, because otherwise for me it would just be a lot of time spent in the car. It's only 9 to 1, it's a day camp, but so that's really nice that he can help out so that she can go and have fun, and I'm really excited for her. She's very, very social, and I just think it's going to be kind of a good precursor to preschool, and I just think she's going to thrive this week there. So I'm having the French Vanilla Great Value coffee. It's the same, like in the same family as the coconut coffee and the cream caramel one that I got, what was it, two grocery hauls ago, that you guys know I did not care for. This one is definitely better than the cream caramel, but not as good as the coconut. But it's really good. It's just, the coconut is just above and beyond. This also has a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream and my stevia sweet drops, the vanilla ones. It's a legit cup of coffee. I just missed the coconut coffee, and I'm very bitter that my Walmart was all out of it. But speaking of a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, I this week am going back to tracking my macros, measuring everything. Last week I was getting a little, I don't know, just like very comfortable with how I was eating. I felt like I fell back into keto really quickly post vacation. I didn't feel like it was that difficult. So I was kind of just like eating how I wanted on keto. So I think I kind of oversnacked a little bit. You know, I was just dumping in my heavy whipping cream. I wasn't measuring, and I want to do like true intermittent fasting this week. I follow the same guidelines that Erin over at Erin Does the Keto follows, which is 50 calorie limit, and I do use artificial sweeteners. I've read many an article. It seems like that's appropriate for intermittent fasting. I am not an intermittent fasting expert, nor am I a keto expert, but that's just what I do, and honestly, that's what I've seen results with. That's what I'm going to continue doing. So that is my plan for the week. I am contemplating, yeah, maybe I'll throw my macros up at the end of the day just so you guys can kind of check it out, follow along. I'm also thinking about maybe posting 2 what I eat videos this week, just because I have a lot more time because I won't have Daisy 9 to 1. So that's a possibility as well. So kind of in the same vein as tracking macros and, you know, jumping back on the keto train, excuse me, I weighed in this morning and I was 140.1. So a 0.1 loss from last week, which is fine. I'm honestly at this point, especially after coming back from vacation, if I don't gain, I'm happy, but I would really like to bust into the 130s again, which is why I'm cracking down this week. That was just a really good feeling. I mean, of course I liked the number on the scale, but before I went on vacation, I felt so good, and I feel good now, but I want to feel better. So that is kind of my goal, and my point for kind of cracking down and getting serious this week. So today my plan, I'm like, what do I even do? I have 4 hours without a child. My plan is going to be, I'm gonna get off of here, I'm gonna get ready, then I'm going to meal prep. When I was making my grocery list for this week, I was like, oh, I need to think of something easy. I'm not gonna have any time to meal prep because it's Father's Day on Sunday and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, wait, your child's gonna be gone. So you're gonna have time to do it on Monday. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am meal prepping jalapeno poppers and coleslaw. I'm going to show you guys the end result of that, but I'm not gonna show me actually meal prepping, only because I have a lot of things I wanna do before she's out of camp, and it's a lot of work to film, honestly, anything in the kitchen, cooking, meal prep, anything like that, to just make sure you have the right angles and when to talk and when not to talk and stuff like that. It's just very time consuming, and I have a lot of I need to get done today. So I will show you the end result of that. But I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna run to Target and I need to go to the post office, and then I'll probably pick her up. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have some downtime for myself today. I'm excited to be able to get that kind of stuff done, because that's just impossible to do when she's here. It just is. She's at that age. She's a full-blown toddler, and it's just it makes it tricky, which is fine. It's part of life, but it's nice that I kind of have some extra hours in my day this week to get that kind of stuff done. So I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, jump in the shower, and I will get back on here when I eat something. Like I said, super serious about getting back on the keto intermittent fasting bandwagon. So I probably won't be back on here. Well, I'll check in with you guys. I don't want to say I won't be back on here till noon. That's so far away. I'll check in with you guys before then. All right, friends, it's 10:09. I got the shower done, the makeup on, the hair did. I actually just finished making the coleslaw. That recipe is far too easy. I'm gonna be making that often. And I have everything ready to go for my jalapeno poppers. That's gonna be obviously the more time consuming thing, because I have to cut the jalapenos, de-seed them, all that jazz. All right, I finished my cup of coffee, and I'm currently drinking, this is a 24-ounce cup of water. I'm trying to get on the water game. I don't like water. I've mentioned that before. I don't like regular water. I love sparkling water. I talked about this in my grocery haul. I love sparkling water, but I can't drink it in a quantity that's enough to where I'm getting all of my water for the day. It just doesn't work. So what better time to start drinking a ton of water than when I'm back to tracking macros, really strictly intermittent fasting. This is the best time. This is the best time, okay? I am, though, however, having in that some of these sweet leaf water drops. I'm obsessed. I love these. I did mention that the one caveat to these is that it is 1 carb per squeeze. Now, they suggest 1 squeeze, which is 1 ml per 8 ounces of water. I put 1 squeeze in 24 ounces, at least what I consider a squeeze, and it is plenty. And I kind of erred on the side of caution because I don't know how much 1 ml actually is. So I did a very light squeeze, and I am completely happy with how this tastes. I'm still logging it as 1 squeeze, 1 carb. That's kind of why I'm letting y'all know that I'm drinking this, because it is something that needs to be logged in my keto diet app, because it's a carb per squeeze. But for somebody like me that really cannot get down a lot of water in a day, I will take the carb hit. I'll totally take it. And like I said, this is 24 ounces and I used one squeeze. So to me, I don't need one squeeze per 8 ounces. I almost feel like 3 squeezes in here would just be too sweet. Can I say squeeze any more times is also another question. So I'm gonna get started on these jalapeno poppers, and I will show y'all when they come out. Okay guys, it's 11:42. I just finished prepping everything. I even got dinner started. It's a slow cooker meal, so I need to make sure I get it in like now, so it's not too late. I also, in that time, I had to like pack stuff that Cernan's actually gonna take to the post office for me. I don't think I'm gonna have time to go to the post office and Target before I have to get Daisy. I'm actually gonna drive over to where her camp is, and there's a Target over there, and if I have time, I'm just gonna go to that Target. So anyways, I've been busy. So let me show you what we've been working on. So we have our coleslaw here. It's been sitting in there for a while, but coleslaw is best when you let it sit in the fridge for a couple hours, and I know Amanda has recommended that for this particular coleslaw as well, so that's doing that. Then we have our jalapeno poppers. They're definitely gonna taste better than they look. I forgot to spray the pan, so it was kind of a struggle getting them all up, but here they are. I'm just letting some of the oil run off, and then I'm thinking for lunches this week, normally I would dish everything up in something like this so that everything's in there, the whole meal is in one container, bing, bang, boom, done. But, you know, you have to heat up the poppers, and obviously you're not gonna heat up the coleslaw. So I think what I'm gonna do is measure out the coleslaw and put that all in containers, because that is gonna have to actually be like measured out because we are tracking macros this week. And then the poppers I'm just gonna put all in one, and we'll know once I decide what the serving size is gonna be. I think it's gonna be 3. Then we'll know the macros, and we can just take out 3 and calculate it from there. Let me show you what I have in the Instant Pot for dinner. So this is salsa chicken. It's a recipe. I've used this particular recipe, I think about 4 times. I like it because it's salsa chicken, but it doesn't have salsa in it. You kind of like make your own salsa with the ingredients that are in here. So this is 2 cans of diced tomatoes, 3.5 pounds of chicken. I used boneless, skinless thighs. A cup chopped onions, 3 cloves of garlic, salt, cumin, green chilies, oregano, and a juiced lime. This is gonna go in here on the slow cooker setting for 6 hours on low. And then I'm going to shred it. This is for 2 meals also. Probably 2 meals and then some. It's probably gonna be good enough for 3 or 4 because it's a lot of chicken. But then I'm gonna shred it, and tonight we're gonna eat it over cauliflower rice. I did a Mexican cauliflower rice last week, and I had, wait, how do I, there we go. I did a Mexican cauliflower, oh my God, slow down. I made a Mexican cauliflower rice last week. That was amazing. It was so good, and there was leftovers, so I'm defrosting that right now, and I think we'll just have that kind of on top. And then I'll do cilantro, avocado, sour cream, and like jazz it up. So that is my plan. I'm actually really excited. I kind of wing it when it comes to, I always plan my meals, but I rarely eat, when you guys see my grocery list, I rarely eat what it says for Monday. I kind of look at what I have planned for the whole week, and then I'm like, I feel like cooking that, or oh, that's like less labor intensive, let's do that thing. And I'm glad I'm doing this today, because sometimes it's really hard to remember for me to get things in the slow cooker, and then by the time the end of the day rolls around, obviously we need to eat, and I don't have 6 hours to cook something. So I'm glad I thought of that today. That'll be out of the way, and then whenever we have it next in the week, which is gonna be quesadillas, the chicken will already be cooked, done and done. So I'm gonna go get dressed, and then I think I'm gonna head out and get the little miss. Oh, before I let y'all go, I'm still working on this water. I'm almost done. We getting there. I haven't had anything to eat. I'm hungry. I'm not starving, but I'm hungry. Like I said, it's now it's 11:46. I would normally eat at noon, but I just don't have time. So I'm going to take a bar with me in case I get like ravenous and I just need something. I am gonna take a bar, but my hope is that I can pick her up at 1, come back and break my fast with lunch, with the coleslaw and the poppers. So we shall see. Yeah.
Mom, no, turn around.
Oh, you want to see yourself?
Yeah. Because I need to say hi to people.
Yeah, say hi to them and tell them, did you like camp?
I like camp.
You did?
Yeah.
Good. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Mom, I had fun, Mommy.
You had fun?
Yeah.
Good. You can say yes.
Yes.
Say see you later, people.
See you, people.
All right, friends, so we are home now. Like you saw, Daisy had a great time at camp. The teacher said she did great. She cried for about 5 minutes, he said, after Cernan left. But the teacher said he consoled her and like distracted her with something, and then she was completely fine. She went to the bathroom there, which is awesome. I wasn't really worried about that, but she's like newly-ish potty trained. I think we potty trained her in like February. I think it was February. Anyways, so it's all good. It went well. She ate a ton of her lunch, which I'm also really happy with. I just wasn't sure how her eating would be in a new place with new people. You never know. So I'm very happy about that. As for me, I refilled this again before I went to go pick her up. I don't think I told you guys that. Another 24 ounces. I downed it already. I used one more squeeze of the sweet leaf drops, and here for the rest of the day I plan on just drinking sparkling water. It's like a day in the life of someone that doesn't like water, using my water enhancer, drinking the sparkling water, but it is what it is. I'm very proud of myself for having downed 48 ounces already. And then I also ate that Power Crunch peanut butter cream bar, which I'm kind of bummed about now that I look at my carbs for the day. I'm definitely probably gonna go over about 3 carbs, but it is what it is. The important part is that I'm tracking and that I know I'm going over a couple carbs, and I'm okay with that, to be honest. So that is that. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I am actually eating for lunch, because even though I ate that bar around 12:30 and it's 1:57, so I'm like, I need food. I need food. So let me show you what I'm eating. Okay, so I measured out a 1/4 cup of the coleslaw, and then I'm gonna have 3 jalapeno poppers. So total for this meal, we're looking at 506 calories, 46 grams of fat, 5 carbs, and 15 protein. So with that already entered in, I have about 9 carbs for the rest of the day. I'm really not worried about my other macros. Those I think I'm gonna ace. It's the carbs, because I think dinner is 8. And I know I'm gonna have a drink, so I'm gonna be over, yeah, like 2 or 3. Again, is what it is, but just so that you guys know kind of where I'm headed for the rest of my day, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. I really don't wanna eat a snack today. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat, but thinking about it right now, I'm hoping that this will get me through till dinner, and it might, because this is like a late lunch. It's 2 o'clock, so we shall see. All right, y'all, it's 4:30. I am just finishing up this chai tea latte. Sorry for like that straw slurping sound. That was ew. I'm finishing that up. That is chai tea that I brewed on my own and refrigerated, and it has a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, and I decided to opt for Swerve instead of my normal vanilla drops, because I thought to myself, those sweet leaf water enhancer drops have a carb per squeeze. What do the coffee ones, or the vanilla ones have? I didn't realize that there was a carb in there. So, I mean, I'm glad I noticed it. It's a little late because I've been using the ones that I put in my coffee for like ever, but I'm glad I know now. So anyways, I just put some Swerve in there. Now that I know that putting cream in your tea is like appropriate, like everyone's doing that now, I love tea lattes, and I love chai tea just in general, but being able to like make one at home and know that it's completely keto friendly and doesn't have a bunch of pumps of stuff in it. When you get a normal chai tea latte, it's so sugary, so sweet. This is perfect, and it hits the spot. I also had a tablespoon of peanut butter. I was just like jonesing for something, and I didn't want to be super snacky, so I didn't opt for like nuts or pork rinds or anything. I just had the tablespoon of that, and I'm totally satisfied. I also figured out a way to get around the whole I might go over my carbs today with dinner thing. I'm gonna opt out of the cauliflower rice and just do the salsa chicken with an egg. I haven't decided if I want to do like a fully cooked egg on the bottom or a runny egg on top, but with that, it fits perfectly into my macros for the day. Okay, I had to readjust for this part. I also wanted to come on at this particular moment in time and rant for a minute. So I had just had to delete a comment. I never have to delete comments. People are pretty civil, even when it comes to disagreeing with me. I feel like people are pretty like humane in terms of how they phrase things, and I don't know, I never have a problem with like mean, horrible, nasty comments, and that's the only time I'll ever delete them. But this person's comment was just not, it was not phrased nicely at all. There were some curse words in there, and I was not about to leave it up. The main issue she had many an issue, but the main issue she had was the way that I talked about sucralose in my video, and how I'm a hypocrite because I consume things with sucralose, but then I also talk about how bad sucralose is, and I shouldn't be consuming so many artificial sweeteners, and she just went on and on and on. I think it's important for you guys to know that I'm all about baby steps. Like, when it comes to everything in terms of diet, you know, sucralose and aspartame are in a lot of things. They are like the main sweetener in diet sodas. Y'all know I kicked diet soda a long time ago, and it's not healthy for you. If you're consuming it every single day in copious amounts, it's not healthy. It's been proven that it's a chemical and it's not healthy. That being said, I'm all about baby steps. Do I like things with sucralose in it? Yeah. I like it as a sweetener. I think it makes things taste good. Of course it does, right? Like, that's why things that have sucralose are really popular, especially in the keto community. But it's all about baby steps. And for me, it is not practical or relatable or realistic to cut out that completely, especially when you're on a diet like keto where you can't have regular sugar. So yeah, am I still gonna consume things with sucralose? Mm-hmm. Am I maybe gonna try to make little changes along the way that might be better, like not buying ketchup with sucralose in it? Yeah. It's the same with like buying organic. If I had all the money in the world, I would buy everything organic, because I do believe that it is a better way to eat when it comes to certain things. But I don't have all the money in the world, and most of the time the organic produce and organic meat is way more expensive. If there's something organic that's on sale, am I gonna pick it up? Yeah. If I have a little extra money in the budget, am I gonna maybe reach for like a few more organic produce items than not? Yeah. I hate this whole like, you have to get everything organic. You have to kick all artificial sweeteners. It's like, sorry, I don't live that kind of life. So I just hate the whole all or nothing approach, I guess, is a good way for me to phrase it. You know, it's the same when I talk about Daisy's snacks. Like, sometimes I buy the things that are super cheap and not that healthy, like the Walmart brand Ritz crackers. Though, like, those are not, it's, you know, straight carbs. It's like air. It's like she's eating air. And then sometimes I buy like the veggie puffs that she has that are like made out of chickpea protein, and there's actual protein in them, and you can count the ingredients on, you know, both of your hands, and you can pronounce everything. Like, I don't know. I just think it's completely ridiculous to expect someone to go from like 0 to 10. Like, I'm all about like, let's go 0 to 2 and then 2 to 4 and then 4 to 6. Like, I'm gonna be consuming things like that for the rest of my life. I have no plan to fully cut out any type of sweetener or anything. It just bothered me. It did make me upset. It was just more like, I'm not being hypocritical. Like, I literally say in that video, do I still like sucralose? Do I still eat things with it in it? Yeah. Am I going to try to make, you know, I don't even want to say better decisions, but I mean, when I can, you know, have a choice between like ketchup with sucralose and ketchup with not, if I decide to buy the one without it in it, to me, that's a win. It's a baby step. It's a small thing that I'm doing to not consume so much of it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I cannot believe Daisy is still sleeping. 4:45. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to that very like disjointed rant, but just kind of bugged me. So I will be back on here to show you all my dinner. I'm hoping that we'll be able to eat by like 7, but we'll see. All right, friends, this is dinner. There is an egg under here, and then I measured out a half cup of the chicken, put some of the tomatoes and onions that it was cooking in on top with a tablespoon of sour cream and some tapatio. I'm really excited to eat this. It looks great. So I will put my final macros from today up on the screen. I think that's something I'm gonna start doing for the weeks or days that I am tracking macros. If I happen to do what I eat in a day, I will post it at the end of the day, because that's a really good way. I like to inform you guys, but it's also a really good way to keep me accountable. So I'm gonna have that, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and always comment always comment down below. I'm in that comment section chatting it up. So definitely drop me a comment, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye, friends.